what are some of the dangers associated with making online purchases? And I mean, is this particularly bad in South Africa, or is it
I think it's a global thing. But the issue is that people literally, I mean, if you have to deal with cash, people make EFT payments. It shows in your account, and you go 5 days later, and all of a sudden it's gone. So people have made a check payment into your account, and it's reversed. So that's the one issue. People are literally, I've heard stories of people paying with cash, and then they got this wad of cash, and they open it up afterwards, and it's just filled with newspaper. So the top one is like a note or two, and then it's just newspaper clippings. So there's a couple of ways, and unfortunately, scamsters will always be one step ahead of people out there. So that's why we've come in here to try and make it as safe as possible.
I think to add to that, with regards to the guys like Gumtree, is that we didn't want to give their industry a bad light. We wanted to promote their business, because they offer a great service to the general public. We're just coming in there as a middleman to facilitate. There are guys that are going to take a chance and they have some negative agenda, but this is a secure way for them to do that transaction. That's why they've jumped on board with us.
But now, obviously, incurring the additional courier costs. So now, how does that work, Simon?
Look, with anything that you're going to purchase online, whether it be through any service, there is going to be a courier charge. So, and it's a nominal fee. Martin's managed to negotiate a very good rate for the guys, and I think they'll benefit from that. We're busy working. Well, there's some other things that we're busy working on. I don't know if I'm allowed to talk about that, but let's leave it at that.
At the moment, just to give you an idea, a courier charge, for instance, for a parcel that's 2 kilograms and less is going to cost you about $80 to send it anywhere in the country. And that's a really good rate. I mean, if you're selling your iPad, it's going to cost you $80 to get it to the buyer. And we found that the seller is normally a little bit more motivated than get the product to the buyer than the buyer is necessarily. So from the seller's side, it's being driven to get it to the buyer. But what we are looking at in the future is that we know there's a lot of businesses trading on Gumtree as well and advertising on Gumtree. So they sometimes lack a delivery service. So they're not like some of these big companies that's got a courier service. So what we've done is we've negotiated those good courier rates, and hopefully we can in the future get them to benefit from that. So if you have a business and you're selling skateboards, for instance, we would be able to offer that to you at a good rate, and you would be able to sell to customers all over the country through our service and have the courier service attached to it.
Martin, so final question, what are some of the challenges that you've encountered so far, and in terms of what are the delivery times like? And we touched on it earlier, what about bigger goods like vehicles?
Yeah, at the moment, well, there's actually a company that's doing the vehicles for Gumtree. It's a company called Motorfin. So we're staying separate. For us, we focused on the smaller parcels on items at this stage, 30 kilograms and less. And we think that because we're using a good courier service, we want to get our delivery service. We've got a nice, good delivery service. It takes you 2-3 days maximum to get to you anywhere in the country. If you're using an item that's a little bit heavier, that's 30 kilograms, for instance, it's going to take a little bit longer, but the rate is there to make up for that little bit longer delivery time. But it's essentially we want to have we've got a reliable delivery service coupled to our Escrow service.
Okay, great. Thanks very much, guys.
Okay.
Thanks for having us. Thank you.